So this is a very tricky thing, because usually more young people still not super exhausted by being used by others. But when we're growing up, when we're like around 30, 45, such question even not relevant anymore, because usually a person is so exhausted by this age that he chooses only himself and becomes too egoistic sometimes and not able even to give anything. So we don't need both distorted balance. We need to have very healthy attitude. If I have extra energy, sure, I can volunteer somewhere I'm interested, which gives me energy even more, which is very easy for me. If I have some talent somewhere, I have resources like a car, sure, I can help if I have extra time. But if I'm not feeling like helping, if I don't have energy, my dopamine levels are low, I know that this activity which I've been suggested won't raise my dopamine level. What I can do, I should only reject. And sure, when you're rewriting this introject inside your brain, first you will have shaking hands, adrenaline released. You will observe, I suggest you to observe from the side how your body reacts on saying no, because you cannot say yes everyone all the time. So you have to connect to yourself. If you have discomfort when someone asks you to do something you don't want, you feel discomfort, like and you just say no. I just simply without excuses, to be honest, when we for instance say no, I cannot do this today, but I will help you tomorrow, but you know that you don't want to help and you won't, you just have excuses. It's also karma, but karma in, for instance, in Kabbalah is a sin, because if you promised and you know that you won't fulfill this promise, this is even more harsh and more bad than to say no straightly and even rudely right away. So here we just need to be more courageous. We should explain ourselves. If we are adults, 21 plus, we are not dependent on anyone else. If we still are, we should organize our life that we will be self-sufficient in regarding money and basic needs covered. And then there will be more and more easy to recognize that outside reality suggests many things. And if you are not playing your scenario, you're playing someone else's scenario. If you're not serving your goals, you will be serving goals of other people. So it's kind of very hard choice, because you feel like no support. You feel like you are alone. At the same time, you will be enjoying this state more and more with years that you know who you are, what you want. You can say no, not because you hate someone, just because you don't have a click or resources or whatever time. And it's completely normal. If you are still young and have energy to serve people, then probably if you will keep on doing this with yourself, betraying yourself daily, you should understand that you will have consequences like lack of health and money. No money, no health. So this is distortion of spirituality. Spiritual pendulums also imposing these introjects that only the spiritual person should serve for free. Spiritual person should be always kind, no matter what, which is not true. If we will be kind for everyone, we will be just used. Kindness is weakness. Spiritual person is a very strong person, because he can handle all duality. He can find power to accept even evil and process it. It's not shameful to choose yourself, because by choosing yourself, again, you will be serving this society much more and enjoying your service. We're not consumers either. We're not like only to have. There is a balance. You're giving and you're receiving. 50-50. If the balance is distorted, you will see some sort of disbalance in your body, in your health, in your money, anywhere in some of your fields of your activity, of your life, you will see that you have depletion.